it didn't connect properly. Now it has. Okay, it didn't sync. That's annoying. Basically, it freaked out because it was going through the wrong port. That's fine.
Oh yeah, so it's not. It's actually so. So it's not on the. Well, we're still. We're on the BRX screen and we are audio.
Yeah. It's coming.
Okay,
through,
cool. Make sure.
Hello, everyone. Sure. We're trying to break things. Oh, it is working. No, okay, so it is working. So I'm now actually watching it on both. Okay, that's nuts. That's nuts. Okay, all right. My stuff is buffering like crazy, but that's because I've got like 4.
Which one's vertical? Which one's horizontal?
It literally says it at the thing. It says horizontal or vertical.
Oh yeah, got you. Yeah, vertical.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's not. Okay.
This is interesting. This is really interesting. So yeah, they're both live at the same time. Hello there. Hello. Too late, mine was already broken. Yours is already broken. Okay, let's have a look and see how this works. So guys, we are live right now, twice on the same channel. I just want to see how this actually performs.
I am subscribed to the Streamsight channel, and
I would hope so.
I am, yes. I was just like, I am subscribed, aren't I? Yes. Okay, sure.
The thing is, I'm trying to stream, like, I might drop my... actually, I'm not going to play with my bitrate at the minute. What we're doing right now, guys, if anybody's, like, confused... Hello, by the way. It's been a while since I streamed, but good to see you all. I'm accompanied here by Sam Woodhull, who is... Woodhull.
Oh, you're...
My what?
Oh, never mind. I was scrolled off in the page. Ignore me.
So...
Your head's being cut off.
I'm live, like, in 2 places, but 1 place.
And you got double bob.
We've got double bob. And you may be watching on the horizontal version of the stream, or you may be watching on the vertical version of this stream, which is honestly really cool. And I'm just realizing we actually have more people viewing on the vertical one than we do on the horizontal one, which is kind of weird, but kind of cool at the same time. So I'm just going to reduce a little bit of drag on my thing. So I'll just disable the preview. We're using a couple of things today to try and like make this whole system work. And now I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Like, I don't know if this is going to break anything or if like it's going to go crazy because we are trying to do a lot all at once. So if something does suddenly stop, don't be surprised. All right, this is intentionally trying to break stuff. In actual fact, I can't even load Chrome. Are you here, Sam? Can you still hear me?
No.
Okay, good. So my browser seems to have frozen, so that's fun.
I have you on 2 places. I have you on the vertical and the horizontal. Where's the horizontal gone? Oh, there it is. Okay.
I feel like there's something gone weird here. So I'm gonna try.
Really?
I'm very much. Here we go. Everything's starting to kick in now. I think there was a little bit of a strange thing going on there, but that's fine. I think that's kind of fixed. I'm gonna pause the streams because I feel like I'm trying to load too much at once. So we'll leave those there as is. And what I want to try and do, guys, if you do have a phone next to you, if you're watching the horizontal one, if you do, so yeah, so what we're doing. I'm just trying to get the I'm trying to get the stream chat up so I can see it in like all the places. So bear with me.
He's not prepared at all, chat. Just say normal.
Technically, I did all the prep I could, but some of it just isn't working. So. We're going to have to see if this actually will work or not.
Being prepared also means for the things that go wrong. You know that.
This is true. So it seems like the Social Stream Ninja plugin is struggling to pick up anything right now, but that might be a problem with that. It's been a while since I streamed, so I don't know if there's actually a problem there or whatever. So apologies, by the way. I got really itchy nose today, and I don't know why. I said this. I actually mentioned this in. I did the Q&A. I've done a Q&A video, by the way, for the members of my other channels. That's a thing that I've been doing today.
And some extra little fun stuff.
Got some funsy stuffsies in there. A lot of actually really good questions. So thank you to everybody. Paul, I think you asked a few in there as well.
You also filmed a little thing extra, didn't you?
I did. There's something very big coming. It's like probably one of my biggest videos that I've done. Like outside, I think the Intel video series is one of the biggest things I've done, but this one is also extremely.
I'd say this one's big for your personal brand.
Yes, much more for me. Yeah, and I think you guys are really good. Actually, and I think for anybody watching, really, especially watching this channel, could be big for you.
Yes.
That sounded really suggestive. I apologize. Could be really big for you too.
Right.
How you doing, Aiden? Good to see you. How you doing, Dust? Good to see you, pal. What I want to do and what I want to see, guys, is if you guys have your phones near you. So if you're like watching on like PC and you're watching a horizontal, I'd love to see if you are subscribed to the Streamsight channel, if this stream is appearing in your shorts feed. And you can do that literally by just skimming through like your shorts, right? So we want to basically see if I'm live. I need to switch to my other channel. One of my other channels, and then go through my shorts feed to see it. So if you guys can see, if you're like chilling here, and you want to see...
Interesting. Okay, sorry. So I'm on mobile right now.
Okay.
So I tapped the top. Which one are you live on? Which one went live first, technically?
Technically the horizontal one.
Okay. So I tapped. So on the top of the Streamsight page.
If you have a phone, who are you, Blizzard? Lol.
If you tap on the, you have the channel page.
Yes.
If you in the top, it'll say Streamsight, and you have your logo, the profile picture of the logo, and it says live.
Yes.
If you tap the profile picture, it takes me to the vertical stream.
Because do you reckon that's like, it's just on that same thing for me. That's cool. Is that a thing? Is that intentional? Do you think that it's like actually actively looking for the mobile resolution? That's cool. Okay, that could be interesting.
But it might be defaulting to whatever went live first, so the vertical stream might have gone live first.
No, it didn't. That's the thing. I couldn't get the vertical stream working first. That's interesting.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. Or maybe it's like the most recent stream then. Because it is the one that went live last, technically. Yeah,
potentially. Or I'd be very much more interested if it was the resolution.
Other way around. Yeah,
that would be really cool. I tell you what, though, I do really enjoy is how good the clipping is on YouTube. Like, as in, like, like actually being able to like live clip. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really quite cool.
Testing. This is Vertical Live. Hello, Lightling. I love it. I think, I don't know why my Social Stream Ninja isn't working. I genuinely do think there's something wrong with the Social Stream Ninja rather than anything else. So it could just be that. But let me just catch up on live here.
I will say I actually do prefer watching streams on vertical on a mobile phone rather than horizontal on the YouTube app. Well, this is
the thing. And what I'm hoping to do is have this so it actually works like... I can't catch up with live... Oh, okay. It's my fat thumb. I'm just like, I can't press the button. Like, the button's not working. Jeez. No, it's your fat thumb.
All right.
So having this as a thing, I think is pretty cool because you can have like a much more streamlined, much more like prettier version. But the problem is, what I really wanted to try, which is a bit annoying why it's not working, is having the chat combined, right? What year is it? 1998. What's a phone? What do you mean? What's a phone? That's a phone. Do you not call it a phone now? Do you wait? Are you one of those people that has to say smartphone?
Bob.
What?
He's being sarcastic.
I know he is.
But you are not.
I am being reverse sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Sam's
made me
question
being very nice your sanity.
Sam's being very nice and explaining jokes.
Oh, you're buffering there for me on that one.
Buffering?
Okay.
Oh.
Horizontal's buffering.
Horizontal is buffering. Weird.
Vertical is fine.
Buffering from anybody else. I don't have mine on at all because obviously I'm trying to watch 2 of my own streams back. You're a phone. Your face is a phone.
There we go. Everything fine here? Okay, cool.
Horizontal light. Okay, everybody's fine.
Yeah, no, it's very much internet. I'm trying to watch too many bobs.
Okay, too many bobs. It's really okay. I find this genuinely intriguing. I really do want to see though if it's appearing if it's appering in shorts, if we can appear in the shorts.
No, it's not. No, it's not appearing for me.
I tell you what, I do love though. If you see any of my videos, like Streamsight videos, like if you see there,
although I did get a Bob Duck and Weave short pop up, which is the Captain America Winter Soldier MCU outfit.
Why is
that pops up just?
Okay, this is not supposed to do this, is it? This camera is supposed to be smart. Come on. Hello?
What are you doing?
I'm trying. There we go. So hit this bit here, where every time you have a video, you actually have the live ring. Like that, for me, is such a cool thing, like such a cool feature. Because if somebody sees one of your videos and they see that's actually there, there's so much more likelihood of them clicking through. I really like that. I cannot, like... I cannot emphasize like how amazing that would be to have on your social platforms as well. Imagine if Twitter X included that to say, okay, you're live on a certain platform, like not necessarily their own, but actually have it as a third party thing. I don't think they would, because it's Elon and he doesn't want you leaving Twitter at all. Which I also get from a business perspective, but that would be really cool if you could do that and genuinely like add a lot of value to that, I think, for a lot of creators. Sam got number wanged. You got number wanged. Oh
what?
my god,
I got
no.
what?
Why did someone put a
what now?
PS5 controller in a sander? Sorry, this is what happens. Oh. This is what happens when I go on my phone. All right, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm literally gonna start scrolling through some things. So the reason why I'm doing this, there is a reason. Like if you guys haven't seen this, there is a brand new, a bunch of brand new features that are coming to YouTube Shorts, and they've just essentially dropped all of these really cool features. And Sam pointed out actually the timing is very, very, very cool. So there's new vertical. Actually, let's pull up some of these things. I want to get the article up because it's actually, I think a lot of it is very, very valuable. There are a lot of very valuable pieces of like content here. Features here for content creators. So there's a new. So number one is a new way to remix with collab. So you now essentially have stitching on YouTube Shorts, which is really cool. Another feature from TikTok. Yes, they stole it, Kel Supri, but it works, and it's good that they're stealing things that work. Honestly, I know people are like, well, I wish they come up with their own thing. I wish more companies would do that. I wish Twitch would do this more. Take features that actually work and like implement them, you know? It's the same way how I wish YouTube would implement raiding features and gifting like subs features that are actually more focused around, you know, how like streaming platforms do them, because it makes more sense, right? So those are sort of things that I would like to see. I think them implementing stitching is really going to help that kind of virality. Like there's so many cool things that happen with stitching already on TikTok that I think having another platform that works really, really well on. Like I actually don't really watch TikTok that much anymore. I watch YouTube Shorts a ton though, and I'd like to see that kind of like shift move over anyway. So I think more features that they pull from there, brilliant. Number two was experimenting with new effects and stickers like the Q&A stuff, which is actually something that I'd love to do, because I obviously do the Q&A videos that I do with you guys, but those are member onlys. I'm wondering if we could do member onlys with like using these stickers as well. That could be really interesting. So
interesting.
Yeah, I think if that's a thing that we can do, that would be really cool. And I think if that's when that rolls out, that'll actually be one of the first like features I test from the new effects and stickers thing. I'll be trying to do my Q&As like that. Third one is go live, and this is actually I'm going to cycle back to that later, because I think that's going to be really interesting. This is the core thing in what we're doing right now. So number 4, jumping ahead one, streamline your creation with suggestions. So there's a bunch of things that are doing around trending things and all of that. So again, another feature for like try this effect or try this like trend or this sort of thing, and again adds to the virality. And I think having that in YouTube, like some of those features on some of the things that they do on TikTok to help boost that virality will be absolutely immense, especially when you consider that can all lead into your YouTube like mid-form videos or your long-form like content as well. Me and Sam basically have decided, like I don't think like we've told many people, but we've basically decided that anything that's between like above 1 minute and like between half an hour is now called mid-form content.
Yeah.
We're fed up with going long form, but not that long form. So it's mid-form.
Long form, but not quite that long.
Yeah. So
what's what?
Short form is shorts, like Kel Supri. Like mid-form is any of your YouTube videos up to like half an hour, like esque type of thing. Anything past that, anything streams and podcasts,
things like that. Yeah.
Long form. Separate them out. It's getting very confusing nowadays. So yeah, having that like short form, mid form, long form. See, I can't even do it when we do it like that. It's already confusing.
Short, mid, long.
Short, mid, and long. So yeah, that's one of the things. But yeah, I think anything that if you have which is why YouTube is so appealing, because you can have that one place where all your content lives. Like all of it is just kind of exists in this whole ecosystem that like basically like funnels like all its own like cycle into itself. It feeds to itself, and that's really valuable. I think that's something that like I'd like to see a lot of Twitch streamers like start to take advantage of, and Sam's gonna do something around that soon, so keep an eye on his channel as well.
What?
You were in terms of helping Twitch streamers understand how to use YouTube.
Ah, yes.
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 I was like, I am right about this. I was like, damn,
You
I've
are.
just
I
dropped
just-
Sam
I
in a
was
hole. He's going to have to
distracted.
make a whole video now.
What? What? Yes.
What?
What?
Number 5, save shorts to playlists and to find inspiration. Fantastic. I really want to have like proper shorts playlists and have them like organized, especially if you're doing series and things like that. I think it's a really cool thing that no one else is doing. I don't think TikTok actually allows you to bunch like things together like that, and I think that would be really cool, especially if you want to have somebody that jumps into one particular series, go, hey, here's a playlist of all those particular things. I think that'd be really cool. And just from an organizational point of view, I like being organized with the content like that, so that could be cool. And number 6, an easy way to transform your videos to shorts. This is really cool. This is essentially what interestingly what Twitch have done in terms of like move your camera and then turn it into a short. That is something that essentially that YouTube are going to do now as well. We've had that with like a ton of different like I think it was like Cap Clip or Cap Wing and like a ton of different like
Cap Cut, Cap Wing, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like third-party tools that started doing this, and whilst I think third-party tools doing this is fantastic, and I think that it's really cool that they've been doing this, having a way to do that for existing videos, not necessarily streams, because I prefer to do my streams like using the ATEM vertical plugin. I think it's better. I think it allows you to do things like much more creatively. But having the ability to be able to take like existing videos and repurpose those, even ones that like before, like for me at least, before the ATEM plugin, I can now take those videos and then turn them into something else, which is really, really cool. So that's, I think, a really beneficial feature, especially if you're like trying to take one of your own videos, like you like say, for example, like one of my Elgato videos that I've done, like my review videos, cut that down into a short where I can move things around and change things, because those videos are quite hard to take from a 16:9 ratio to a 9:16 ratio. That will be a pretty cool way to do it. So, and again, just feeds in and leads back to the original video. All really cool things that I think YouTube are just looking at that figure of 8 and just like, that's how we nail this, and that's how we create like something really valuable for creators, because it's this whole cycle of it, right? But the most interesting thing to me, and this is something Sam mentioned, is like, because go live and get discovered on shorts, it's really interesting that this is timing, because it seems like this is very much gone out in line with NPC streaming, like the rise of NPC streaming. And it's really interesting because it's like, okay, well, they're now offering essentially, from what I can see, essentially everything that TikTok offers as in a fundamental like baseline for like content, except, guess what? Stream keys! This is the crazy thing.
Yeah,
There's actual
yeah.
stream keys on YouTube. And I don't think people realize that they're actually letting you do that already. Literally day one, you could just do it like out the gate. And obviously, as this starts to roll out in the shorts feed, it's going to get really interesting.
Well, it's also one of those things where the lowered. So this is kind of why I find it really interesting that they've done it in the way that's like, oh, they've opened live streaming for short form on the shorts feed. It's interesting for two things. One, they've made it possible now for any short form creator to go live, which is great. But another thing is the whole lower entry for partner requirements thing means that potentially content creators who are using short form content to go live with can actually now make more money on YouTube because of an actual ad revenue system there and a pay cut, like 70-30.
And it is actually, and just to highlight, the pay cut is so much better. Like, there's the amount of people that I know who make like big TikTokers don't make anything close to actually making a decent amount on ad revenue. It's the difference between the two is huge. But I'm very excited in seeing that. I'm very I think you're right, Sam, in terms of like how it changes the whole system is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I'm keen to see where you should take it, because it's one of those things where I think people will more TikTok or short form creators will be streaming on YouTube now again. For this, and super thanks, super stickers, the NPC stuff is gonna, but yeah.
Yeah, I think there's also another thing that Sam and myself were talking about, which was really, really, really interesting. it now and has been marketed very, very, very like up front and center as a mobile first streaming solution. Now, if you guys have actually been keeping tabs on Twitch, we have, by the way, we saw it, Twitch. You like went back on your branded, like burnt in like ad stuff, but we saw it when you snuck in about simulcasting not being available for anybody unless it was like a mobile first platform, which essentially means, because one of the reasons it actually shows up on the help article, which is we don't like simulcasting because we feel like it deteriorates the experience of, you know, the live stream. But by the way, you can also go live on any other platform that's mobile first, which completely nullifies that message. It's just crazy. The good thing is now, if you go live in a vertical format on YouTube into people's shorts feeds, you will also go like. The crazy thing is you can actually go, like, you will also be on desktop, but it's a mobile first experience, right? So that's the intention is to be a mobile first experience. You've technically found a loophole. So I don't know who wants to be the first person to try it. I might give it a go. Like, if we can manage to get in a short thing, and we actually like try streaming on Twitch and streaming on YouTube at the same time, but in a vertical format and a mobile first format. Because technically you are not breaking the new TOS. Now, I think me and Sam are going to start taking bets on how quickly it takes them to change that.
Well, I think they'll fall into even more problematic things if they start naming competitors.
Yes, and I think
if they start naming competitors,
they have named them.
They have named them. Yeah, you actually are right there. Actually, yeah, they have named them.
They have named them, but they have named them as like web-based, like web-focused things. Now, if they start looking at it in a different perspective and going, okay, well, it's exclusive, even if we don't pay you, even if you don't have an affiliate like contract or anything like this, that's going to be super, super interesting. Now, I'll be honest, I think the whole simulcasting thing is absolutely absurd. Like, there's no reason to stop content creators creating on multiple platforms all at once. In fact, I think it needs to be encouraged more. I think more creators need to be focusing on creating in multiple places all at once. Now, there is an argument to be said, okay, in terms of chat, it's very hard to keep track of chat, but I genuinely would love to see it. To see more third-party developers create more tools. Like, we have I use Social Stream Ninja, but as I've just said today, it's kind of broken today. So I'd love to see Atom tackle something like having like a unified chat that fits in as a plugin into OBS, so you can actually, the streamer can keep that chat going, because a lot of the time, I'll be honest with you guys, chat doesn't talk to themselves all that much by comparison of the amount that they actually talk to the streamer, right? So you will have instances where they talk together, absolutely, but you can't, like, mostly you're talking to the streamer. So if the streamer can keep an eye on that, and you can have like something like the plugin like I usually have here, that would be really cool. And I think having that on like all the chats and everywhere that you're streaming out to could be really cool. Go on.
This is slightly not relating to what we're talking about here.
Okay. I was like, wait, is something broken?
I read a tweet about the new season of Apex. Disruptor round returning.
We've been me and Sam have played a lot more Apex this season, and I've kind of been doing it a little bit on the down low. But yes, so your message. Yes, sorry, Lightly, your message. Sorry, I kind of got like thrown up in the thing. So Elon doesn't want you leaving Twitter, keeps doing things to make people leave Twitter. That is true. I think after the phrase like blaze your glory, Elon lost a business focus.
Yeah,
that's fair. If you think do you think they'll ever increase the video limit from 1 minute for shorts? I do. I don't. I do think they're going to do it for like, but they're going to do it as in like you have to. I don't think they'll increase it to like 10 minutes.
Maybe 90 seconds at most.
Can I be honest why I think they might do that?
Why?
Because I think they'll use because the shorts. I don't think any creators would do it, because like if you're having that, well, you have to find that balance, right? Because the ad payout for shorts is way lower than like mid-form videos. So if you were to do that, I think you might be cheating yourself out of revenue. I actually prefer the way it works now. I think they might do it because it's another way of having people on the site for longer, right? And then you can serve like mid-roll ads in the videos. But I also don't think they're going to pay you the full amount that they would have like traditional like.
I just think at that point, if you're going to make a video longer than 1 minute, just make it horizontal. Make a video, yeah, like in that.
as
know?
you've said, if you're on mobile, you actually prefer watching in a vertical format, and you don't chat or interact with like a regular video. You'd leave a comment after, right? So I think there might be a use case for that, just because of like usage trends. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. Like, honestly, I think that's like this is what I would like. Why I find this whole thing interesting, being able to simulcast to YouTube, like with both like showing like both vertical and horizontal, is because what you can end up doing. Sorry, I think it defeats the purpose if it's too long in length. That's fair, but also TikTok do it as well. So, and TikTok aren't doing it. Like TikTok's actually doing
TikTok
okay
don't have
well.
any other way of distributing that kind of content of that length. Like,
I think we're probably like at that point, it might make more sense to have have your videos work in both formats, right? But that's more of a harder thing to do, because obviously when you exporting videos, it's just as is. But this is where I think it would be really cool for creators to be able to do something like actually have a button that could go, like, say for example, right now, if you're watching me on stream right now, actually I stream to one thing, but if I have a plugin set in to actually like feed a different orientation in, I think it'd be really cool that you could see, like, click it, go, oh, I want to watch horizontal, or I want to watch landscape, I want to watch portrait, and have that change between it. Or like, as like we've said, like when you hit live, depending on what device you're on, you see a different like orientation. Same as in the settings, when if you want to change resolution, why can't you change your orientation, like the actual form of the resolution? So I think that'd be really cool to see if that's a thing and see if that's like possible. I think like having I think choice is always great for a viewer, right? And having creators being able to have that access to that wider audience, right? So if they like, people are like, oh well, I'm on my phone and I'm watching through shorts, and then I engage with the stream that way, I think that's super cool, because you could still have the same experiences both like in horizontal and like portrait, but it's a different, like as in terms of the content that's delivered, but the viewer has a different experience based on their preferences and their device. I think that like could be game changing, like genuinely game changing. And I think for me, like I have a monitor, like I have two monitors that like I have. Okay, I'm a bit of a strange case here, special case here, because like I have like 5 monitors, but three are horizontal, but 2 are vertical. And I think it'd be really cool if usually, like, if I have a secondary screen, I think a lot of people have secondary screens, they have vertical ones, right? So they can have, like, you know, what you could do, I think would be really cool, is have that whole monitor be that, like, vertical stream. So you just have that on the off monitor and you can watch the things that are going on there rather than having it, like, you know, using that real estate a bit better. But, I think there's so many use cases in terms of, like, how people consume content nowadays that changes. I think it needs to change how that content is delivered, and I think this would be a really big step for giving a lot more like viewer agency, allowing them to actually go, okay, well, I want to watch like this, let me watch like this, and then they will get a different viewing experience, but it's one that's then their preference, right? If I was given a choice, I want to stream full like thing, because I have freaking ultra wide screen, so I want to show you like extra like, but if you don't want to see that, if you're just like, hey, I want to like, I'm just gonna like see like, actually what, let me try it, like, so I'll just go. So this is the screen. I realize it just says Elgato. I've not got the other PC on. But like, if you could have this view of it on mobile and then this one on, like, you know, like on desktop or like tablet or whatever you're watching on, that would be a really cool way. I think for me, or I think for a lot of viewers, like, it'd be really cool that you could actually have that choice between the two. Okay, well, I'm going to watch like that, or I'm going to watch like that. Because some people do have a preference. Some people are just like prefer to not chat as well. Lurkers are the backbone of a lot of streams, and I think like, having that as a thing would work really well for a lot of people who have secondary screens or watching on their phone whilst they're on their PC, sort of thing, you know. I
think it would be kind of cool if YouTube implemented a thing where it does it's got like smart smart aspect ratio detection or something.
Well, they have that, so, right? Like that exists. That's like been in like responsive websites, like that kind of like that actual how that's dealt and shown.
Yeah, if you can set up 2 stream keys, and one is a vertical and one is a horizontal, and it's device dependent, that wouldn't be a bad feature to do. It's like, oh no, yeah, we can see that you've streamed to 2 places at once. We can then combine into one stream.
Yeah.
With one thumbnail, or we'll show one on the phone feed and one on the shorts feed. You know.
I think I'm definitely not a developer. I'm not a programmer, engineer, or anything like that. I'm the other side. I'm the side that annoys those people, which is the designer. like product guy or
this.
designer. So
Yeah.
so that's me. So I get like, but for me, like that whole process where I like to go live. My process today was create my normal stream, just set a normal stream. And I did the differentiator just so you could, like, people could actually tell which one was which, and I could tell which one was which. Because, like, but if you had a thing that was, instead of like, it was default stream key for the horizontal one, which I just log in OBS. That was a feature that YouTube actually worked closely with the developers at OBS to get implemented into the system, so you can connect to your account rather than just having to use a stream key. But then the ATEM vertical plugin, I just created an extra stream key, which was literally like create new stream key. Okay, that was it, and then I just copied that string key directly into the 8-in plugin. Done. There was no. It was harder for me to set up the rule to go live, like press one button and go live in both places, which Sam had to help me with. That took us longer to do than it did for me to set up like 2 streams.
You need to make that video on the app that you use to restream out places, by the way, because like Ling just mentioned something, because Joe asked about streaming. And I was like,
how you doing, buddy? By the way, sorry.
But we need to make that video.
Chat now. Let me have a look. Let me just catch up with chat then, because obviously I've missed a few things. I appreciate that.
That's fine.
More people love to flick through stuff like Slot Machine. The retention span for that style, I think, is too embedded in people's brains to watch quick and flick. I agree and also disagree, because I do believe that we are going to start to see a resurgence of pod style casts, long form style video, and I think YouTube has recognized this, which is why they've started pushing that like more live stream and more podcast style stuff, because I think they see a lot of value in it, especially in terms of the attention span.
Do you want my opinion on the attention span thing?
I do. I'd love to, actually. I think it's very valuable.
I don't think attention spans are going down.
No.
What I think is people are choosing where to put their attention more carefully, because we've got the data to suggest that people like watching long form stuff.
Yeah.
As we do. We like when streams are long form.
Yeah.
Podcasts are long form. But the truth of the matter is, I think, is that people are more delicate with their attention. And if your stuff isn't grabbing their attention, then that's your own fault.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things, you know, it's like, I genuinely think that's what it is. Like, I will watch something that grabs my attention.
And I think that kind of lends itself to the fact of something that me and you have started talking about, which is doing shorter streams. Like, they're still long form, and they're the longest form of content out there, right? But they're still
hour to 2 hours kind of
thing.
Yeah.
Start bringing like 2-3 hours at most. Then that having like content like that is like condensed. It's like, in this 2 and 3 hours, we are going to do stuff. There is things that are going to happen. This we're going to talk about certain topics. We're going to do certain things.
The days of 8-hour streams all day, every day, I think are coming to an end. And I think most streamers are
wasteful. Like, it's waste of like. I get it as background noise, right? But imagine if you had things that like videos and like podcasts and like more like meaningful content, and people were doing kinds of meaningful content. You'd actually have so many more different people to watch, rather than going, okay, I'm going to whack one person on in the background for 8 hours because they're there.
If you were being smart with the 8 hours and you were doing stuff during the 8 hours, different story. I think if you were like, okay, I'm gonna spend 3 hours making, gaming to make 2 videos.
Yeah.
Or 3 videos in those 2 hours or 3 hours, then good, cool.
Yeah,
and then
using
you take
that time to create more content.
It takes 3 days, then edit and work on those videos, and you do another 8-hour live stream like twice a week.
Difference between content creators and streamers, which is a topic we're going to discuss on this channel, by the way. So make sure you subscribe if you aren't already, because there is going to be some interesting topics that me and Sam are going to kind of tackle together, which is going to be cool. But there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen before then, but we're going to do some cool stuff. Great topics to talk about. Let me just catch up as well again. Is the dashboard telling you that you're breaking everything and have poor connection? No, the dashboard is giving me excellent connection on the horizontal one. Let me check the vertical one. Excellent connection. Do you know why? Because I'm streaming with AV1 as well.
Lol.
Hold on. No. Oh, you need to change the video resolution. That's the only thing it's screaming at me for the vertical one. It's like, this is not normal. It's like, help. But it's managing it perfectly fine in the viewer. It's just, but that said, this is the great thing about AV1 actually that we found when we're streaming it. When I dial it down to like 4K bitrate, the connection is actually really, really, really good. And the quality is still like super solid, but YouTube freaks out because it's like, you're streaming 1440p. Why aren't you at 9K? Like, it's like panics. So yeah, it's more about the alerts in the systems are built in that are like, oh, if this hits this, rather than let's actually assess the quality, which makes sense. It'll be very hard to actually assess like that based on like which like encoder you're using and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, but yeah, I think generally like we're gonna see a lot of really cool things happen with this. I don't think YouTube are creating vertical streaming just for this whole like NPC phenomenon. I think they are going to think about this stuff like way in the future, about going, how do we change the way people view? And I'm really hoping it's like what we've been talking about today, because that's very exciting. We only got 5 minutes left. I just realized that I've been literally chatting about this for like 45 minutes solid. Let me just run through and make sure we catch up with chat. So for some weird reason, my brain started just chatting style and horizontal on phone, but I prefer gaming on the OG landscape. And that's great, right? Because you get to choose between the two. Imagine having a just chatting section that you're like just watching it on like full, and then you turn when it goes to like gaming, right? Imagine if you were full screen on your phone watching a stream and you just turn your phone and then it goes, oh, I see that you're in landscape. Bloop, bloop, and just gives you the landscape view instead. That would be nuts. That would be insane. I think that would be such a cool viewing experience. Hold on. So I just remembered something someone asked on Sam's stream about Restream, and Sam mentioned you. Oh yes, yeah, that's what. Video. Yeah, what you mentioned. Yeah, I was saying it. But like, yeah, I will get onto that. That's a very good one to make, actually. I tried to make a new stream key and I didn't see the option to select a vertical resolution. You don't have to. It auto detects your resolution. We don't need to. So that's great. You can set manual settings to decide if you want to do 1440p or 4K. I'm just at 1080p, but like obviously like different orientation. But you don't need to. It just detects that. Like YouTube actually detects that aspect ratio already. So the system is technically there, which is really cool. Yeah, I agree. That's why I think the Just Chatting podcast style is great on vertical. I listen to pods, but only consume most on headphones whilst doing housework. I think on a visual standpoint, attention spans are shorter, and I think it falls on how much content is out there. Yep, I agree. I'm not sure how to stream vertical, but I know a plugin that adds vertical to your OBS from Atom. Yeah, that's what I'm using, the Atom vertical plugin, yeah. That's what it told me. It seemed to work fine. Yeah, I used the AV1. It was glorious. I found that it would buffer if I set the bitrate too high. Yeah, I set my bitrate down to 10. Not 10K, 10 kilobytes per second, and it broke. But we did get down to 100, and it was better than a lot of people's Twitch streams. I'm sorry, it was. No. It was actually like not bad, which is pretty funny. It's more the side of such volume of short form content. People just want to churn through it so quickly. Having the G boys, I definitely see a big change in attention to long stuff. Yes, no, that's true. And I think also like a lot of your money spenders are probably the people that prefer, like, I do think it's an age thing. I think that's a factor. As you get older, you tend to consume longer forms of content because you're like more interested in a topic in like at depth. So it's not like you don't. It's not that you want a larger quantity; it's you want a higher quality, right? And I think that's where long form delivers better, like in terms of like decent long form content, because you're actually looking into it at that level. Sorry, but yeah. Sorry, I'll just make sure I'm reading the other chat. This is why I really wish my friggin' this was working, because I could actually do it. It depends on the definition of shorts. How long are shorts? That's true. Just in my message coming through. Yeah, sorry, I read that earlier. I heard a character has been remastered in the remake of Apex. Yes, that is Revenant. Reborn. Very exciting looking character now. Like, I wasn't too fussed about him. I played him yesterday, and I got a little bit like, oh, I don't really like this. But all the changes that we've seen today are incredible. Want to watch like this? Lies down on the floor and stares at the ceiling. Yes, that is it. But I think overall, it's a really cool feature that they've added in here. I really am excited to see how this pans out. And I think I want to do more streams like this, because the interesting thing is, even when I'm streaming on TikTok, because TikTok don't have stream keys, damn you TikTok, I might just do this. Just see how it goes. Like, I might just have it as like set as like a consistent stream that I just reuse the settings, just say vertical view, and just have it as that. And
yeah, that's a bad idea.
And like watching, or just literally have it watching vertical, and then just have a standard thumbnail that shows up every single time, and that just sits in there and just does that. And then obviously like my mainstream has all the metadata, the specific thumbnail, or the to the topic, but you can choose what you want to watch in. Would that actually? I want to just see if do you guys feel that would be a cool way for me to do my streams going forward? If you do, I'm gonna do it, because it's the same encoder. There's no extra drag. It's fully AV1. I can drop the bitrate. I can Drop the bitrate for mobile. If you guys are struggling to watch the main stream, I can actually drop the bitrate in mobile for AV1. You won't see a massive like quality degradation.
I feel like you're answering your own question here.
I kind of am, aren't I? I'm like, I'm gonna do it, guys, anyway. But I'd love to. I want to see what the engagement's like. I think we'll monitor that instead. Like, have a look and see who actually like gets involved. It's a shame we haven't shown up in a shorts feed. I don't know who's been able to check, but like, it's cool that you can still see that in a mobile, like, you know, in a vertical format on this anyway. But I wonder. Oh, hold on. Yeah, so USA Today is live, but if I click on their live, for example, is that vertical? No. Okay. So I'm just trying to. I haven't seen anybody who is live in the shorts feed yet. Like, anyone. So I'm just saying, YouTube, you should probably give me access. Just saying. On all 3 channels. Okay, thanks.
Wow.
And Sam.
Someone's needy,
and Sam.
huh?
And Sam.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're fine with it now.
Yeah, I'm fine with it now. Yeah, you've declared that.
Right, this was always going to be a short stream, guys, but hopefully this is something that actually people can come back and rewatch and see, and like the things we've been talking about, the things that we're hopefully going to see going forward. So if you aren't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot more content coming out on this channel. There's going to be a video which you guys are going to love, by the way, if you sign up to my newsletter, which you could go to signup.streamsight.net, by the way, if you haven't already. There's going to be some really cool stuff coming through on there, especially for those creators who are looking to work with brands. Make sure you get on that, and make sure you go check out Sam's channel, which is Sam Woodhall, Woodhall. I almost forgot how to spell your name.
I was going to say, I was going to have a small word with you after the stream. It's like,
say something in chat so people can see like your feedback. Yeah, go check out Sam as well. Sam's been helping with a ton of stuff recently, and we're looking to do a lot more cool collab things too. So that's going to be very exciting. But Sam's just done a video which you should. I've been watching Sam do this video for like a month. It's great. It's so good, and it's one of the first videos back on his channel in a little while. But it's fantastic. So make sure you go check that out as well. If you like edit videos, or if you do anything on YouTube, definitely something to look into. Right, guys, you're incredible. In the meantime, I literally went to do my outro for my YouTube videos. That was a bit weird. Have a great time. Have a great rest of your days. Thank you so much for chilling with us and helping us test this funky cool feature. I think I'm going to do this going forward and just see how it pans out. I'm going to do some like best practice things I think I'll share with you guys on how I've like found it to work. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. In the meantime, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you all soon. Bye from me and bye from Sam.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. I forgot to press the button early. Bye.